As an engineer, I've been concerned that some people, and even some scientists, don't seem to understand that temperature can affect the pressure inside a football. So with the big event coming up, that being Engineers Week, coming up February 16th through the 22nd, I wanted to demonstrate the effects of temperature and pressure inside a football. So I modified a football to include ports where I could measure the pressure and measure the temperature inside the football under different conditions. So I have a thermocouple here that's inserted into the normal port where you inflate the football. I had a machinist friend help me insert some inner tube valve stems in the bladder of the football so that they come out here, and we could connect a pressure gauge and observe the pressure and the temperature inside the football at the same time. What happens when we cool the football, I've put some snow on top, and the temperature inside the football is being recorded by the thermocouple and shown on the screen. You can read the temperature right here. At a given time, the temperature is shown here down in the corner, and the temperature is decreasing as time goes on. And not to bore you so much, I've cut out pieces of the time progression just to speed things up. Now, some of you will think I'm cheating, but that, I would just suggest that you do the experiments yourself. And also, if you're constantly jumping to the conclusion that people are cheating, you might just want to consider what that tells you about yourself. But as the temperature keeps going down, we can see that the pressure is going down. And we started out with 12 psi in the football, as you can go back and check if you want. And now, at the temperature is down to 60 or 50, where it began around 70, the pressure has gone down over 1 psi to below 11 psi. And we will see if we continue until the temperature is 49 degrees, the pressure will be well below 11 psi, so more than a 1 psi drop in pressure. Well, this little demonstration is nothing but the ideal gas law, and as they say, everybody knows that. But I've got another demonstration that might be of interest. Here I've got a little air pump that can be used to inflate a football, and I'd like to see what happens to the temperature and the pressure inside the football while it's being inflated. So now here's my football, and it's flat, and it's at 71 degrees room temperature, and it's pretty much flat, no pressure. And I'm going to inflate it to 13 psi and watch what happens to the temperature as I do it. It's going up. Went from 71, still going up, stopped the inflation at 13 psi, and the temperature went up to 81 degrees. Now, I don't know if this is what happened, but it could have. If you increase the pressure in the football by inflating it and measure it right when you get it inflated, you'll have a higher temperature inside the football than the room temperature of the air that's going in. This is just due to the work or the energy put into the air to get it inside the football, to compress it. And then as the temperature drops, we know the pressure drops. So if it was measured right at the peak when it was first filled, it might read a higher pressure than it would a little bit later when it reaches equilibrium in the room. Now let's see what happens if we deflate the football. Let's see what happens to the temperature inside when we let the air out. I guess you're just going to have to look for a real science guy to explain that. Or maybe a coach.